Hey everybody, I'm Monty,
It's your boy Ronaldus.
and episode 5, the halfway point of House of the Dragon. We seen it. Okay,
We
guys, let me
seen
try to
it.
do my super quick, fast recap. So basically, what happens is we see where Damon's still not doing well. He's kind of struggling. He's not looking good. No, I'm sorry. Damon's not. That's his brother. But Damon is actually in his cloak. He runs up on a woman. Um, his wife Rhea, and basically, long story short, she dies. He kills her, which kind of frees him up for maybe some things he wants to do as well. Otto is leaving. Otto Hightower is leaving. He tells Alicent, "You need to watch your back." Because even if Rhaenyra is your friend, for her to really establish the throne, she's gonna maybe have to kill your kids, maybe you. And Alicent starts to think a little bit about that. Lord Corlys back on the scene, crispy and clean. The king goes to see him. Corlys kind of does a power move. He does not come out to greet the king. The king has to come in his weakened state. He's basically almost bowing to Corlys, like Corlys is running things now. They have a little stand with that. Also, now Sir Criston is going back home or Dragonstone with Rhaenyra. They have a talk. He wants her to be with him. Let's just leave all of this. Rhaenyra's like, I can't, that's just not me. Alicent comes on to some more information, basically that Rhaenyra lied to her. We'll talk about that. And then we have the wedding because now Rhaenyra is going to marry Laenor, and who is the son of, that's what they agreed with Corlys as Corlys' son to reunite the houses. A whole lot of craziness goes on there. The queen comes in late. There's a fight breaks out, a wedding, some bunch of things, and we end with what is almost a suicide and is not. Mr. Ronaldus, what did you feel about episode 5?
Episode 5 was great. It did jump a little bit as it always do.
Mm-hmm.
But in the totality, it I would say is one of the better episodes of the 5. Um, it answered some questions. It changed the plot a little bit, and brought a character back that I've been wanting to see, which is the Snake King, as you mentioned, Lord Corlys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and as it started off with Damon, going back home, he was actually vanished to go back home. That was his punishment for um the sin or crime he did with his niece of trying to seduce her.
Mm-hmm.
The king, his brother, vanished him from the kingdom. He was supposed to go back home and be with his wife that he never really wanted. He walks up on her and she says, "Are we gonna finally consummate our marriage?" So
Yeah,
their marriage is at that point like he totally didn't want her,
yeah,
didn't even try to be with her. But ultimately, as you said, he kills her.
yeah. Damon. Boy,
That dude is something else.
you just do not know where angle he's coming from, what it's about. But then you're right, he's banished out there, but then for the wedding, he just strolls back in. And it's like, does anybody have control over this guy at all? Like, are we on anybody gonna do anything? He's constantly cutting Viserys off at the knees. He's
Yeah.
constantly making him look weak. He's just totally mocking
He
him.
he playing chess and everybody else playing checkers.
He is. And there's a great scene at the wedding where I guess his cousin or her cousin, his wife's cousin, tries to confront
Mhm.
him. Of course, he pulls the first move, like, and you are, who are you? And the
Yeah.
cousin's like, no, we're going to settle this. And then he's basically like, well, since she died, basically, she's left all that to me now, right? And then the cousin was like, you know what? I'll see you later. Let me go.
Yeah, I
he,
didn't know that cousin because I seen the scene where the cousin shows up at the marriage banquet. I didn't know until I watched it the second time that they met up. The cousin and the wife that got killed right before she went off down the trail, she spoke with him.
oh, I missed that. Okay.
So yeah, So
Okay,
yeah,
good
I
catch.
had missed it too until I watched it the second time. I was like, oh, he was there right before she went off to the hunt.
Oh, that was
So
the
he kn-
guy. That's the same
yeah.
guy. I just figured she was just
Mm.
talking to Rick. Oh, that was this. I didn't know that was the same guy. Okay, okay, cool, 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 cool. So, um, so then let's talk really quick too, because Otto Hightower is telling his daughter, Hightower is a different show, but Hightower is kind of a little finger type person. He was a hand of the king, kind of whispering, but he's out. But as he's leaving, he's telling Allison, you need to really watch your back.
This
And
is great. This is his greatest scene.
okay, please expound on that. Expound on that.
The reason I say it's his greatest scene is because the love of a father for his child, the knowledge that he dropped on her was like, look, no, quit all that. This ain't
Mhm.
no game. Quit
Yeah,
playing. Either you gon' this is your choices. This all you get. Either you gonna get behind a guy and do everything you can prepare him to be king, or either you gonna have to cleave to Rhaenyra and hope for her graces. So these is your choices. Quit, because she was all like, "Oh, daddy, I hate that you gotta leave." He was like, "But look, have you not,
right. If you,
backed her up, this might not have happened. You
yeah,
around here, you the queen, you around here backing up my foes. Hey, look, it's serious out here. Either you gonna
yeah.
this is your two choices."
And that to me, that's really where Allison starts coming with some queen swag. Like, hold
Mhm.
up, I am the queen. She's acting like I can't believe this happened. Her daddy's like, who am I talking to? Like, what you mean this happened? You could,
Yeah,
and that's I love when the show when you see somebody on one of these shows really understand the game, like, this the level I'm
yeah.
on. You have a couple sometimes those moments.
Hmm.
There's people that already know, like Corliss knew from jump. I saw that on Corliss from episode 1 when he covered his cup. He's like, no,
Hmm.
I don't want no wine, fella. I'm staying sober. I'm trying to see
Yeah,
everything. Like Corliss knew, but people like Allison, they come up young, they come up, naive, and she finally kind of, oh, okay,
hmm.
okay,
I don't want
okay,
to get off topic, but it's definitely one of those moments like Mordecai telling Esther, like, look, you ain't just up in here to be pretty. You got a
hey,
job to do. You got a duty.
listen, if y'all know that story, look it up. It's biblical. Esther, chapter 1, we start right there. That's a great analogy because yeah,
Hmm.
Esther was just up there wearing perfume and some silk and some high heels. And he's like, no, 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 no. It's real out here.
It's
So
real out here.
that's a great analogy. So now let's move over to Sir Kristen and Rhaenyra. They're on the boat and they're coming back. And Kristen is basically like, I got nothing really to go back to because, I've broken my oath. I'm not really, can't, not really supposed to even be in this position no more. But, I want to be with you. And let me tell you the telltale sign for Kristen. Anytime one of these characters is talking to one of the royals and like, let's just leave all of this and we can go to the countryside and live. And Rhaenyra is looking like, my guy, I got dragons. I got people waiting on me. Like, I can't just leave with you and we go down south with grandma and them, And right there, I was like, Kristen, bro, you don't get what's happening right now.
She smiled at she could see smiled at him like, oh, that's cute. She was like, hold on, look. She had to step away because she was like, I know this about to crush him. Like, dude, serious. Like, he really thought that I would do this. So let me step away for a second. She came back with like, look, I am the crown. Ain't no
Yeah,
stepping away from this.
yeah. No, I love that when she said
She
it
was
too.
like, I am the crown. She was like, I can't trade this for a bowl of oranges. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, really? Like, nah, see, I got it all planned out. Just roll with me now.
Mhm.
Okay, yes, I have to by duty have to marry this, but this is the perfect marriage. Like, me and him got an understanding. We're
Yeah,
only married by title. We're not gonna me and you gonna still be. That's why I chose you.
right, right.
Me and you gonna still and he it was his pride because he like, I can't have you the way I wanna have you.
Hmm. And that's sometimes where the class system
Hmm.
really shows its glaring difference because a guy like him probably came up, just being a knight and glad to be that and all that, but she's born into royalty. That's sometimes why these, marriages were arranged like that, because they want the realm to continue. Me and Tiff talk on Channel 5 even about the royals right now that are, you got Prince Harry with a wife that was not born into that, and all this flack that they're getting, and you got his brother and his wife, and it's all this because people love the thought of the realm and they want you to keep the kingdom and then the royalty going. And then people like Sir Kristen is like, because you wasn't born really in this, you just like, I don't need this, you know what I'm saying? We can go be happy somewhere else. And he can, but she can't, because like you said, she said, I'm the crown.
Even the soon to be new king, Charles, he had to choose Diana out of duty, but he had a long love that he had before Diana that he kept it going. And lost his marriage with Diana, and now him and her is together and about to be king and queen.
That's a real thing. So okay, then we keep moving on. So again, Rhaenyra is going to marry Laenor. So we get to the wedding feast, and these Game of Thrones show ain't nothing but when a wedding happens, it's gonna be some crazy stuff jumping down. The king is barely keeping it together.
This was the craziest wedding.
This wedding here, man, is wild. The king is barely keeping it together. Daemon lurking, doing whatever he's trying to do. Rhaenyra just popping off. We get a scene. Okay, so Laenor, of course, ain't truly on the up and up. He got a little side piece, and his guy goes to talk to Sir Kristen, like, "Hey, man, I guess me and you just gonna be buddy. Like,
he know who he was talking to."
And hey, if you watch it, he says some stuff to Kristen and walks away, and the scene lingers on Kristen's sword, and Kristen kind of just looked like, bro, because Kristen ain't about that. He's not.
Of everybody in the whole room, Kristen is the one dude that is like, man, I can't believe I'm here. Like, this is the love of my life. I finally get with her, but I can't be with her. Like, and he's standing in the room. That's how they peeped him. Like, how he looking at her. And then he gonna try to slide over and say something slick to dude at that moment. Nah, bro.
I'm sorry though. We skipped the part. So Alicent talked to Larys, who told us some stuff about Rhaenyra, and one of the maesters brought her a tea, from your dad, blah blah blah. So
that guy that told her that is the new hand's son.
Yes, sir. And so Alicent calls in Sir Kristen to talk about. Now, this is one of the biggest bag fumbles of the night. Like, man, she's trying to get some word about Rhaenyra and Daemon. Kristen, who just, bless his heart, just keep it real with everything, thinks he talked about him and Rhaenyra. And he's like, stop, my lady, I'm gonna stop you right there. Yup, it was me. I've sullied my name. I just asked you kill me. I don't need to be sent to the wall, nothing like that.
Hey, so now gotta torture me. Just kill me quick.
Alicent is looking like, wait, what? Yeah, she's like, what? So now she got 2 draw fours in her hand now. So the king is trying to make a speech. Alicent is super late. She come in dressed with the hey with the green on, like what time it is. She makes an entrance. Let's also talk about Daemon and Rhaenyra at the wedding.
Before you said something though,
go ahead.
Go past that. Let me break down what the green means.
Yeah,
the green dress, because she is from the Hightower family. She's lady. Well, now she's queen, but she was Lady Alicent Hightower. The Hightowers, it's actually the castle that Lord Corlys is living in now. Okay, so how it is set up on that beach, what they would do at the high tower, the light, when they're ready to go to war, they will put this green light up there.
Yeah, okay.
And when that green light is on, it lets all the countrymen know the high towers are ready for war. So for her to strategically be late to the wedding and then come in with that red emerald green dress on.
See, I heard a podcast. They kept referring to her wearing green, and I didn't finish it to get the full meaning of it. But yeah, okay. So
So
it's
green means
on.
Hightowers is going to war. So
It's
she,
on, and
her
yeah.
daddy, talking with the man in the garden and let her know about oh girl had that drink and she know what that drink is,
You know what
that
it is,
tea.
right?
And then oh boy confessing, all that built up to okay, it's on there.
And that's crazy too because that subtlety. If you go back to the Red Wedding when they killed Robb Stark and everybody, there's a point where right before it all happens, they lock the door, and the mom is looking like what's going on, but it wasn't even the locking of the door. The band, the wedding minstrels, started playing the Rains of Castamere, which I didn't know at the time. The Rains of Castamere is a Lannister song. So that's why she looked like, wait, what is going on? So that's why these weddings is always some extra. So yeah, Alicent coming in the green, I guess it's on now. What's up? What's up? So then there's a thing with Daemon and Rhaenyra. Again, Rhaenyra is constantly challenging this dude. She's like, slay everybody here. They're like doing some kind of dance thing, like you want to make a move for me right now. And he just can't handle, like he can handle just about everybody else, but Rhaenyra, he can't do nothing with her, and I don't think he likes that. He wants to be the manipulator, but Rhaenyra just I
There's
don't know what
something there. They got some passion because
yeah.
she lit up when she seen him. When
She
she seen
did.
him sitting there,
Yeah.
she was all, and she had to catch herself like, oh.
Yeah. She just. So then a fight breaks out. Sir Criston kills, in front of everybody, Laenor's boy,
Beat
brutally.
down of beat downs.
I mean, man, like couldn't pull him off that boy. And so we see that Criston then goes to kill himself, like he's just done with it. And we see a major chess move. Again, Alicent is like, I'm in here now. She tells him, don't kill yourself. We obviously know she's wanting to keep him for a rainy day. And we see one of the more depressing wedding betrothals between with Rhaenyra and Laenor. And then the king just falls out at the end. So
yeah, because he got stole on a couple times too, the new husband. And so he's sitting there wiping blood off his lip as he's saying, I do.
It was a hot mess. It was a whole hot mess. And again, like we said, the whole time through this, the king is just barely keeping it together with his own health and all that. So we kind of
the king actually falls out though.
He literally passes out at the end. He's just gone. And a lot to really kind of to think about as we're at the halfway point. I'll ask you this because I saw the next week. I know you saw it next week. Before we even talk about that, I'll ask you this: from what you saw, if you had to really assess maybe the most valuable person so far, who would it be from the first 5 episodes? Just maybe the most valuable piece so far.
I would have to say they building it around Rhaenyra. Who I'm the most intrigued about is Lord Corlys. Lord Corlys, the sea snake. I like the moves that he make, but I can kind of see in his character that his ambition is going to get the best of him.
I was literally going to say, I think he's suffering from blind ambition and he wants it so bad that could be his undoing. Corlys is very, very interesting. I'm going to say this, probably until the last 30 minutes, I wouldn't have said this person, but now I got to go with Alicent because I am very interested. Like, she is playing this game. And the thing is, what's dangerous with Alicent is she knows things that people don't know she knows. So Rhaenyra don't know she know the real truth. You know, she don't know she know that. And now she's got Criston in her pocket. You know what I'm saying? The king don't know she knows all of this. I mean, she's very, very intriguing.
She's definitely giving me some really, really Karen vibes. She
Yeah.
has she gets it in her. She's a true Karen.
Yeah.
And she, for the first time, she's mad. See,
Yeah.
through the whole other episode, she was just happy, loving,
Mhm, mhm,
playing her part, dear daughter to her dad, and she was just playing her part. For the first time, she mad and she upset, and she's for the first time she's woken up and she realized the situation she in. But I don't think she's vicious enough
mm.
to actually get it done. She just woke up into a world that she didn't even realize the the game that was being played around her. So she's starting to do stuff, and we're like, oh, for the first time, we're like starting to like her character. This is the very first episode where I was like, okay, come on. But I don't think she got that. I don't think she ultimately got what it takes to get it all the way.
See, and I agree with you on her behalf, but I'm gonna go back to what Cersei said. You'll do anything for your kids, and if it come down to it now, because again, remember Otto said he said Rhaenyra will kill your kids if it comes to that throne if she got to. Remember that,
She's something crazy because
and
remember from the get go, she been digging in her hand real bad. If you
yeah,
ever see her with them kids, she ain't no mother. She
no,
just sitting there looking like the baby is always crying until
that
the
baby
daddy
stay
come
crying,
get
don't
it.
it, man?
Until the daddy come get it, she just be like sitting there just.
Hey, but
But like you said, I seen some trailers for the next episode,
okay, wait, we
and
about to
it's
talk about that. Let's hold
okay.
on. I'm gonna say one more thing before we get to that. We about to do it
Okay.
next. So I would say ultimately though that I really expect in this next half we're probably going to see another big bad emerge. I feel like the crab killer was there for a little bit. I think there's going to be another big opposition. I just want to put that on record first. Okay, so let's go. If you have not seen the coming up, you might want to stop and watch that and come back to us because we're about to talk about that now because here is the shift. We've known if you've seen the credits, it says young Rhaenyra, young Alicent. Here's the shift. Um, we're jumping years and years now,
10
decades.
years.
Yeah,
10 years.
decade. Everybody's older. We're bringing in literally new cast members for Rhaenyra, for Alicent, maybe somebody else too. I'm not sure for real. I know.
The new husband,
Yeah,
Lord
yeah.
Corlys son, and the
Laenor.
daughter. This is
Yeah,
like
his
their
daughter. They
third
already
or
changed
fourth.
the daughter, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they didn't change like
Yeah,
this would
yeah.
be their third or fourth.
Well, this is a huge shift. First of all, let me just ask you, this show, I appreciate them wanting to do their own thing. So unlike Game of Thrones, we've seen huge time jumps. We're literally seeing a main character
Yes.
change. What do you even feel about that to begin with?
It's daring. And it's new. I like the fact that they're not trying to be so in the same vein as Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I did get you do get attached to certain characters like
yeah,
we did with the girl that's playing Rhaenyra.
yeah,
But I'm optimistic for these new characters. The director got his vision and he's throwing these new ones in, Maybe it's time for a whole different version of these characters.
yeah. And for the record, these set of actors that are coming on were hired first. And then I don't know if they were like, let's start here, or they just were like, let's go with the established people we know first. And then for the back part, we'll hire. But they were already hired. So this
Okay.
is already in the way. It isn't like they're making a rash decision. This is the plot they wanted to do. So, like you say, I'm very much attached. I love Lil Ray Ray. I was really starting to feel Alicent, but you got to trust them, man. I mean, it didn't taken us this far. We've been enjoying it. But yeah, I don't remember a show doing something like this before in the middle, of a season. Like sometime when you have child actors at the next season, they might
Yeah,
change.
the next season, but right in the midst.
Right in the middle,
Yeah.
and that that preview, it's a lot happening. Let me tell you what I was shocked at is that the king is still around. I was
Yeah.
like,
I thought he died.
yeah, when he fell out, I literally was like, maybe they're gonna have a funeral, but Somehow he's still holding on.
I don't know. This dude got full blown tuberculosis, and I'm like, he
Wait,
he coughing
but
up blood and everything.
yeah, the reason why he's staying on is because someone's going to kill him. They don't want to give him the noble send off. Somebody gonna end and put him out of his misery. That's how these shows go. They want us to see it. They're gonna give us what we want.
It might be Aegon,
Yeah,
because
could be. Hey,
that
I'm
little
about to
boy,
say now, when all this we moving past, so these little crying babies gonna be a little older now.
yeah, he gonna be like when they start back up, he gonna be like 12,
You
because he
know,
already was 2. He gonna
yeah.
be 10 years, so he gonna be
It's
like 12.
it's like, Tommen was about what 14, 15 when he was king for a little bit. We don't know, but
When I
this will be
seen when I seen that little clip of the trailer, I saw King, what's his name, Jeffrey, the
you talking
the
about
the
Alice?
Lannister the Lannister's son. What's his name?
Oh
King
yeah, Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Yeah,
Joffrey.
yeah,
King Joffrey. Yeah, I saw them Joffrey vibes.
yeah, yeah,
That little
yeah.
dude, he about to be with
Most definitely.
Allison as his mama. Yeah, he
Yeah,
about to,
it
that little
could
dude.
it could definitely be.
And he like probably growing up with this study being put into his ear. Look, you the rightful heir.
Well,
You the male. Like she
but think
is.
about this. That's the point. The king is still alive. So it's not like the king could die and Rhaenyra could just slide in there because the babies are still. Once he comes of age and knows what's going on, he gonna be like, "What y'all talking about? Like, I got this." You know what I'm saying? Like that
Oh
was maybe a
no,
key
yeah.
reason to keep him alive because now we really gonna see a fight. You know, and we're gonna see probably the people will side with him because they're gonna be like, "He's the male heir. Why would we go with a female when we got a male heir?" So um, looking forward to the second half. It's going to be a lot probably going down. Any last thoughts, man, before we go?
Um, just watch the Valerians, man. Lord Corlys and his wife. She's strategically is powerful too.
You know what? We don't. Rhaenys Target. We need to talk about her because she is. She to me dealt a little too nicely with getting passed over. She kind of just was like,
Hmm.
well, they picked Viserys, so it is what it is. Corlys was, of course, already hot about it. He's already said,
Yeah.
really, she should have been the real one from the jump. She,
Hmm.
and she's trying to warn Rhaenyra, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it might be some fireworks from her
But
too.
she got some skin in the game again, though. Now
Yes,
her son is the king to be.
yeah,
Of course, his wife gonna run the show, but he,
yeah,
is the what they call that? They called it something. They said
yeah. They called it a name. I
King
forgot.
King Council. King
Yeah, King
Council is what
Council.
they
Yeah,
called it. He's gonna be
and
the King
so
Council, but their child is the next heir. So they looking like, okay, my lineage can go through this. So now they got some skin in the game too.
well, and that's why, honestly, you got to think about it. You've got Rhaenyra and her husband, who is family linked with Corlys. But then you got Alicent and her children, who have no link to them at all. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not linked with Corlys, and that they're half brother and sister with Rhaenyra, but really it's two sides already formed on that. Corlys, the beauty of that wedding for Rhaenyra is that she gets Corlys and Rhaenys's backing.
Mm-hmm.
But that also makes it so that what Alicent knows, she will definitely try to use to destroy them now if this side's being drawn. It's gonna be a hot mess, man. And like you say, what we gonna do about Damon? Like
Damon he about to be the heir of all of that
yeah,
over there that he just killed his wife for.
right,
So he
right.
about to build his own little thing. He gonna come back
Ain't no telling with Damon, Big D out here
10
just
years of out there building. So we don't know what he about to.
yeah. Well,
Let me let
guys,
me let me put this right here though too.
go ahead.
With Lord Corlys and the King, they made a little compromise too. So Lord Corlys said, "Well, I know I want the seeds to be named after their father's name, which
Yeah.
is his name, the Valerian. So it's okay, yeah, they should be born Valerians, but when it's time for them to take the throne, they'll take the throne as a Targaryen. So
Yeah, and little again, it's all these little chess moves. Everybody just getting in position and all that. That's why we love this show so much. But guys, let us know how you enjoying it as well, man. Hit us up, let us know. We halfway through. We got 5 more to go. We will be back next week. Me and Ronaldus, man. Can't wait to see the new cast, see how they
the new cast of
acclimate.
grown folks.
All right, right. We're bringing the grown folks. Shout out. Let me give them a little shout out. Millie Alcock was young Rhaenyra, and Emily Carey, young Allison Hightower. We wish y'all well. And whoever else is going to be taking their place with this big
Shout shout out Rhaenyra. I'm
Yeah,
still team Rhaenyra.
very,
Rhaenyra
very
said,
much
"Man,
so.
this ain't the king of man, this is not Zamunda. I would not renounce my throne." What you think this is?
She ain't, man. You gonna have to pry her hands off that mug like Mister with Celia and them at the only shoe. Yeah, she ain't giving that up. So we will see. But check us out, folks. We seen it. This is the podcast, of course, with the Mighty Sharp Network. But you got to subscribe. We appreciate it very much. Ronaldus, I appreciate you, brother. You guys be blessed. Stay sharp.
Appreciate you too.